What's good, y'all? You dub back again with another Dragon Ball discussion video that I've had in the works in my mind for months. Pretty much since or around the time of the ending of the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super, right? In this video, hopefully you see the title, the Saiyan Divine Branch. Theory, discussion video, however you want to say it. Saiyan Divine Theory, Branch, right? There are three paths on which I perceive what's going on with certain characters of the Saiyans, alright? We got Son Goku, we got Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, as he often says, and we got Gohan, alright? You can say, what? What are you talking about? Now, this is both evidence from the anime and the manga, and I tell people to watch and read both, right? You get a lot of great knowledge with both. This starts off with Gohan telling his father, especially in the preliminary arc, or maybe in episode 90. I'm trying to remember when they exchange blows, kind of that sparring match. He says to Goku, Son Goku, that I don't want, to attain the God forms. I'm not trying to deal with Super Saiyan anymore. I'm trying to go things my own way. In the manga, he says he wants to tap into his human side, even though people are like, well, he has the Saiyan DNA. You got to understand what he's talking about, his potential. He's not trying to tap into the Super Saiyan forms anymore, right? He's just trying to up his base and whatnot. Now, if you'll remember, Kaioshin are gods, okay? And the Supreme Kais, Gohan had his potential unlocked by the Elder Guru, all right? By Guru. But the Elder Kai, after, popping out of the Spirit Sword or Z Sword or whatever, Spirit Sword, I think I got Yu Yu Hakusho in mind or something. Anyways, after popping out of the Z Sword, unlocks, after this ritual that lasted for 24 hours, which they brought up, again in Dragon Ball Super, I think both in the anime and in the manga, Gohan gets his potential unlocked. For real. Ultimate Gohan. Mystic Gohan, as I would prefer to call him. We see how powerful he was against Super Buu, Gotenks absorbed, if I'm not mistaken. And of course had Piccolo absorbed as well. You flash forward to Dragon Ball Super. Now he gets it back before the Tournament of Power, and he gets, he trained, and that's the anime version. He trains for a day or so. With 40 hours, so almost 2 days. Or is it 40 hours? I think it was 40 hours, almost 2 days, with Piccolo. He gets back into form and we see him step up throughout the Tournament of Power. In the manga, we don't see him, really since the Frieza arc, and he just been training with Piccolo. So we had all that pop off. And in the Tournament of Power, at first he didn't seem that good, but then by the time he fought Kefla, however you want to say her name, he came and showed up. Now, a lot of people found this pissy and found this a problem. How can he fight a fusion? Oh, Mr. Gohan's always been so damn OP for no damn reason. And in the manga continuity, he'd been training for a longer time. He didn't have all that fugazi stuff for him not training. At least what we know, he's been training. So there is that as well. But yeah, it's stupidly powerful. And him going this own way of not even touching the Super Saiyans, not even touching Super Saiyan gods, that means he could unlock an entirely different form that which he talked about. And I hope this gets pushed. If not, and this is before the Dragon Ball Super Broly film is released. So I'm just talking about that prematurely, obviously. So we'll see what Broly does, because Broly could open up a whole new can of worms with some demonic state or something of the Saiyans. But Gohan tapping, and him being a half-breed, but him tapping into this ultimate potential of the Saiyans, potentially, and not even touching the God forms, means kind of like how, how in Dragon Ball GT, DBGT, we had Super Saiyan 4 kind of touching with the primal state, but he's not even going that path. He's not going to Super Saiyan 4 path. He's going something else completely different. What do I conceive him to possibly be? Keep amping his base. But his ultimate form, his mystic form, what would be best if he, like with Future Trunks, if he trained with the Kaioshin? If he trained with the Supreme Kais, I know he's a family man and all, but he could possibly tap into his own God essence, for lack of a better term. Not like Son Goku and Vegeta, but maybe become like a human god, if you will, which would make things very fascinating because I've argued that we should see that from Tien Shinhan, but if we're not, maybe Gohan does that. That would be really cool. And that would be great for the Gohan fans to be able to see that. But yeah, him tapping into a godly essence of his own would be really cool. I mean, he's already got the framework and the basis of it. Why not just push it to the next level? Now let's hop in with Vegeta. Vegeta during the Tournament of Power. We'll see how the manga plays out. But during the Tournament of Power arc in the anime, he got Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Pretty much, it's Super Saiyan 2. Like, let's be honest. It's Super Saiyan 2 level. Alright. Without the stamina drawback. It seems to have better stamina than Super Saiyan Blue. It's Super Saiyan Blue 2. It is what it is, bro. It's Super Saiyan 2 Blue. Or Super Saiyan 2 God. Whatever you want to consider it, alright? This is what it is. But it'll be really cool to see what Vegeta goes. Maybe he keeps pushing the Super Saiyan stage. You know, a version of Super Saiyan 3, a version of Super Saiyan 4. You know, so just keep going down the Super Saiyan route. To me, Vegeta's the most basic because this is just upgrading on the Super Saiyan with God Ki. Or maybe his mastery of God Ki becomes better than Son Goku's. Alright. So to the point that he comes something completely different in a God essence. But he doesn't go necessarily God of Destruction level. So it'd be really cool, to see where Vegeta goes with that. And last but certainly not least, we got Son Goku, and we already know what Ultra Instinct. Now, people are like, Ultra Instinct, a new form, the ultimate. No. He's got a long way to go. He's not angel level. He cannot tap into it instinctively. And people will say, well, it'd be too powerful. No, it wouldn't. Ultra Instinct, some have argued, maybe that becomes like his base. Maybe he no longer needs to go into the Super Saiyan transformations. Maybe he just learns the technique, learns really the state of being. That's what Ultra Instinct is. And he can control it, and his moves become better. He can become sharper, and he takes it back to the basics with the martial arts. And if you really think about it, Dragon Ball Super manga is kind of hitting on that with Master Roshi, alright? Kami Seinen, the Turtle Hermit. And he showcased a similar version of Ultra Instinct. And so I think that's where Son Goku needs to go. He needs to go back to the basics as a martial artist. It's not about power anymore. It's about his skills and grand mastery of his technique. So here we have Mr. Pacifist Gohan becoming the fighter scholar. And it showcases the path of their development as characters. Here you had this pacifist becoming a fighter scholar and finally learning how to throw hands thanks to the Tournament of Power. In both the anime and manga, this man finally learned how to throw hands, and he accepted who he was. He did say, I'm just a Saiyan. I did like that in the manga. I'm just a Saiyan. But he's kind of discarding that for his own path as a human, which is, he's not, ashamed of his legacy, but he's just embracing his other side, which I find really awesome, by the way. And so he goes that path. And he can use his mind, like we saw in the anime. He did a lot of mental plays. He doesn't rely so much on Saiyan instinct, and he doesn't rage out anymore, which is awesome because he got his mind right. Like Piccolo said, yo, you become cocky and stuff. Like, don't do that. And so we're going to see a more grown man version of Gohan, and it'd be great to see a scholar warrior in Dragon Ball. In the case of Vegeta, the whole Saiyan thing. So keep pushing him the whole Saiyan path. I would absolutely love that. And with Son Goku, the martial artist, Vegeta is the Saiyan warrior. He's a warrior. That's what he is. So you have Gohan being a scholar, really he's not a monk. That's Tien Shinhan, but a fighting scholar, a warrior scholar. Kind of you can go warrior monk a little bit, but that's kind of Tien Shinhan. But him and Gohan could go that route. With Vegeta, you have the whole warrior aspect. Not so much a martial artist, just a warrior. And with Son Goku, we go the martial artist aspect. And it would help as he's moving forward into becoming his own sensei and whatnot. So, Unexpected Wonder, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this. Where do y'all see the future of these three characters? What do you see their next power-ups or states of being, whatever the case may be? Where do you see them going from here in the future? I'd really love to hear the feedback of what y'all have to say and spark up this discussion once again, because it's pretty much died off and it seems people have forgotten about it. And this whole thing with Broly and the obsession. It's great to consider, but people need to remember the plot threads that have been unfulfilled as of yet and will get fulfilled undoubtedly when the series returns. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.